frankly, for since the inception of SCOTTeVEST 20 years ago, I am finding documentation and market research on all the various micro-targeted groups that we are relevant to. And I'm finding documents 20 years old that said people with type 1 diabetes have a special need for your products. And various other medical groups. And so I candidly, with everything going on in the tech market, it was just never a real focus for me until one day in New York City at a fan event. And after meeting with all the fans, I went back and had dinner with a group of my friends. It was a very private dinner. Spencer was there. It was in New York. He wasn't at the dinner, but he was at the event.
Yes, he didn't make a cut.
What, it was 4 people at the table. It was Peter Shankman, Jeff Hazlett, and one other gentleman whose name escapes me. But it was an intimate group that I didn't set up and I was included in. So in any event, I'm sitting there at the dinner table, and this gentleman comes over and in a wheelchair. And he says, I really hate to interrupt you, Scott, but you need to hear this story. You have fundamentally impacted my life. I have a medical device and a condition that is frankly debilitating insofar as wherever I go, I'm burdened with this device. And it makes me feel awkward and odd. And until I discovered your clothing, I swear to God, this isn't verbatim, but this is how it was perceived. And there were 3 other people at the table, and it was so heartfelt. He says, until I discovered the SCOTTeVEST, I had to find ways to carry my stuff. And after discovering your solution, which wasn't even designed specifically for this, it's made my life so much better. And he looked at me with such emotion. And in full circle, 10 years, this is 20 years of SCOTTeVEST. This stands out as the highest moment that I had, that I could impact one person to such a degree